In this video, I'm going to containerize the RBF neural network that I introduced in the previous video and communicate with it through JSON commands. So please open the provided folder and let's look into its file. So I have three files here. The first file is called EI fault detector that contain a class called fault detector offline to encapsulate the RBF neural network and all the training and validation processes required for it. So it has several functions: update node settings, add data points, would actually add data points to the neural network, and also it has a RBF neural network. And then we have the train RBF neural network that would actually get a setting and train the RBF neural network. We have the validate RBF neural network that will actually get some data points and print out the amount of error we have between the real output and the neural network output. And then we have a sensitivity flag of 10%, basically means if the error is more than 10%, the neural network could not learn that data point. And then we have the estimate RBF neural network, which is basically the same as the validation, except that we don't know the output, so we would just estimate. We have the main fault detector, which has the usual packages. It listens to slash and says please use JSON, and it listens to slash JSON to update or to start some commands, and the commands are add data points, train, delete data, validate, and estimate. And here's a test file that I'm going to use to train the same XOR function that I have introduced in the previous video. So here again I have the usual functions, and this is how I'm going to use this fault detector. So I'm going to call it neural network RBF example. I'm going to delete all this data, and then I'm going to add the data points, and then I'm going to ask the neural network to be trained for 10,000 iterations with these layer settings. And then after 3 seconds, I'm going to validate the value for this input outputs as well as the estimate for this inputs and outputs. So let's compile the project and see how it works. Like before, I need 2 terminals. Now, as you can see, I have validated and estimated the value for these 2 input vectors. So the first one, 0, 0, the real output is 0, whereas the neural network says 0.018, and therefore I have this error. And the second one, 1, 0, and this is the error for the second one. So let's change the test file, and then let's have less number of epochs and see how it would react. For example, let's have 1000, that I would know it would produce some errors. And now I have the error for both inputs.